What's going on, guys? This is Mikeinoid, and today we are going to talk about candy. Halloween is a lot of people's favorite holiday of the year. You get to dress up in cool costumes, get to scare the shit out of some kids, and have fun without the stress some other holidays might have. But without a doubt, the number one reason why Halloween is so desired is because you're able to get free candy. Whether you're a kid trick-or-treating in your neighborhood or you're at a party that has a suspicious looking bowl of gummy bears, you tend to eat a lot of candy. Personally, my favorites are Hershey's, some bagged gummy bears, and Krabby Patties. So for Halloween of this year, I wanted to go over some video games that feature candy in some shape or form. So get comfy, grab some popcorn, and enjoy. Aw, man, I should have said candy. Let's get the obvious way to use candy in a video game out the way. You can eat it. Animal Crossing New Horizons has a whole event during the month of October where you can buy candy from Nook's Cranny every day. I don't know why they gotta be so stingy with it. I mean, it's just candy, not a damn PS5. And I hate to bring up this game, but Fortnite has candy in it. You can buy it from some of the NPCs in the game, and when you eat it, it recovers your health or shield. So yeah, you can eat candy in video games, which is cool, but can you play as it? In some cases, you can. ARMS literally has a character that is themed on candy. Lola Pop was made available via a free update alongside her stage after the game's release. In terms of design, I mean, she's not really my favorite. I appreciate what they were going for here with the candy arms and the clown aesthetic, but the pants really throw me off. She has the ability to poof out that lets her bounce and block attacks better, but other than that, I mean, she's okay. Don't take my word for it though. I'm pretty ass at arms. Skylanders is a Toys Alive game featuring all sorts of colorful and unique characters. You got dragons, birds, trees, artichoke, and there is even a piñata named Yatta. Skylanders Trap Team introduced a gimmick where you can fight villains in the game and use physical crystals to capture and play as them. Yatta is one of the 3 magic element villains, which I feel like it's safe to say he's easily the coolest. You can capture him in a magic trap in Chapter 8, Telescope Towers. Yatta has 2 moves you can use. He can slam down his lollipop and barf out candy. Yatta was a fan favorite villain, which is how he was a playable racer in Skylanders Superchargers Racing on the Wii and 3DS, but more notably was made a sensei with an actual figure in Skylanders Imaginators. There's even a chase variant called Rock Candy Piñata that will cost you a mortgage today. A good amount of villains that would be brought over from Trap Team were forced to fit one of the battle classes in Imaginators. Just look how they massacred my boy Chompy Mage. So having Piñata as a smasher actually stayed true to his Trap Team counterpart. He could still barf out candy and slam down his lollipop. In fact, there's other types of candy as well, and he is able to summon small piñatas to do even more damage to enemies. So if one game franchise featuring a bunch of creatures can use candy, there's no reason why another wouldn't be able to do it as well. I'm sure y'all have heard of a game called Pokémon, you know, the one where you can run around and catch creatures in your balls. Pretty simple to get into, however, it can be tedious to level up your Pokemon to prepare for the next gym leader or the region's champion. You would need to fight wild Pokemon till your team is in tip-top shape. Well, since the original Pokemon Red and Blue games, you were able to find items called rare candies that allowed a Pokemon of your choice to go up 1 level. As the name suggests, rare candies are very limited, so you can't rely on using them to level up your team. Rare candy has a different effect in the very popular mobile game Pokemon Go. Rare candies can be earned primarily from raid battles, which can be used to turn into a Pokemon's candy of your choice. Basically, every Pokemon have their own candies that you use to level up their CP or evolve them. You get a Pokemon's candy from successfully catching them, so rare candies are helpful to acquire more of a Pokemon's candy if you haven't been catching them in a while, or they need 400 candies to evolve. Man, you, Beware. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee introduce a variety of candies you can use, alongside bringing Pokemon candies from Go. Pokemon Sword and Shield continue to use rare candies and EXP candies, which come in handy when leveling up your team. EXP candies, available in sizes between extra small and extra large, are used to level up Pokemon, but unlike rare candies, they give you a certain amount of XP so your Pokemon can level up more than once. And it just so happens to be the very first Pokemon console game where you can catch a Swirlix, which is, straight up cotton candy. That counts as candy, right? So a franchise that pretty much gives you candy is cool and all, but what if I told you about a couple of games that let you give out the candy? Yes, sir! I finally get to talk about Huniepop. I promise I will only talk about the puzzle aspects and leave out any and all details about the adult content. Okay, so Honeypop 1 and 2 are puzzle games that are about going on dates with girls by matching up icons. In both games, you can buy food that will aid you on your quest. Depending on the type of candy it is, it will have different effects and some girls may not even take it.
It's tempting, but
man, shut your bitch ass. Giving them candy is completely optional and you can most likely beat the game without even feeding the girls anything. But if you're having trouble with swooing the ladies, just give them the sweets. So I'm actually editing the video right now, yes, in full costume, and I realized that I forgot to mention the fact that there's literally a girl named Candy in Huniepop 2. There's literally candy in this game. Right, that's a neck. I don't know, man. These icons remind me of another game for some reason. Oh, so if we're doing a video about candy in video games, it only makes sense to talk about Candy Crush. It's a pretty straightforward game. You just match up 3 candies and you do that till you give Activision some money. I don't play mobile games that much, but I understand that this is a very successful game that mothers all over the world have enjoyed. I don't know, maybe I'll like it more on the Switch. Wait, what? Hold on. This isn't Candy Crush. This is sweet sugar candy. Bro, how did they get away with making this? Speaking of the cesspool known as the eShop, I was looking at some of the great deals and I came across an actual Halloween game that features candy called Sweet Witches. You play as witches to grow flowers in order to get candy. You need to touch all the grassy areas to plant the flowers in order to progress, which gets harder as enemies will try and touch you. Honestly, it feels like a game that was released on Cool Math. It's not terrible, but when the game uses stock music like this, it's nothing special. Now, an actually good game we could talk about is Super Mario Galaxy. This is definitely in my top video games of all time list, and I bet for a lot of people as well. Super Mario Galaxy slaps. The platforming is top notch, and when you have levels like Sweet Galaxy's Rocky Road, it's just a hell of a time. This is one of the earlier levels, so it's actually really easy, but it's one of the most unique levels in the game, which is why I always remember it. Or maybe it's just because I get hungry when I'm looking at all that cake. There's honestly a lot more games with candy in them that I haven't even mentioned. I'm just impressed with all the fun and unique ways developers have used the candy theme in their games, even when it seems like some have nothing to do with sugary treats. Halloween or not, I will always enjoy candy somehow. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what games you play that has candy in it down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Now, if you excuse me, it's time to scare the shit out of some kids.